everyone, it's Diabetic Danica, and today I'm going to talk to you about something really special. It is a charity called Type 1 International, and this is such an important topic to talk about. Basically, let me give you some background. So, ever since I was diagnosed, I've been involved in charities that help raise money towards a cure. And that's a great cause too. I think that's totally amazing, and we've come a long way in the artificial pancreas and other ways to make life with diabetes easier. But it wasn't until just a couple years ago, honestly, that somebody brought up to me the idea and the topic of people in other countries not even having the basics of insulin and blood glucose testing supplies. And when they started talking to me about this, it just made me realize, even though research towards a cure is amazing and super needed as well, it is crazy that some people in other countries don't even just have insulin, and in the US too, but insulin has been discovered now for over 100 years, and yet there are still people around the world that are dying because they don't have access to this insulin. And honestly, that just breaks my heart, because here we are making all these amazing technological improvements. We have insulin pumps, we have continuous glucose monitors, we have the beginnings of an artificial pancreas, and yet the basics of insulin and test strips and testing supplies aren't available to everyone. Because while insulin isn't a cure, it is an amazing treatment tool, and it saves lives every single day, and so everyone should be able to have that. Type 1 International was started by Elizabeth Rowley, who is a type 1 diabetic, and basically they work to increase awareness around this issue and also access to supplies for people who need it. Type 1 International believes that everyone, no matter where you live, should be able to have access to the life-saving treatments for type 1 diabetes. They want people to have adequate access to insulin, diabetes supplies, but also healthcare and diabetes education. They want to raise awareness around this issue. They want to push for more research around diabetes care access and why it's lacking. And they want to campaign and support with other organizations who are providing help to these people. It is estimated that there are over 40 million people in the world that have type 1 diabetes, and in a lot of countries they are spending most of their income on diabetes supplies. Type 1 International did a study where they compared the prices of diabetes supplies with income, and in some countries people were paying over 80% of their income for these supplies. So how can you support Type 1 International in this cause? You can sign the Type 1 Access Charter, which basically just shows your support for helping increase access to supplies and insulin all over the world. And there are 5 rights that all Type 1 diabetics around the world deserve according to this charter, and I'm going to read them to you. The first is the right to insulin. The second is the right to manage your blood sugar. The third is the right to diabetes education, because we all know if you're not educated about how to take care of your diabetes, how are you going to do it well? Number 4 is the right to health care. This involves help in emergencies and having to be hospitalized. And number 5 is the right to live a life free from discrimination. You shouldn't be refused a job or housing or anything based on your medical conditions. So be an advocate for helping diabetics survive and live full lives. And the more people that know about this important issue, the better. The cool thing about Type 1 International is they also encourage meetups, support groups in these countries where access is limited, so that diabetics can meet up together and provide that ultimately amazing, helpful support that we all know helps your diabetes care a lot when you can talk to others with the same condition. They are creating an advocacy toolkit, which basically equips Type 1 diabetics in these nations to campaign and advocate for those rights in their countries. And while donations of insulin and supplies aren't a long-term solution to the problem, it is super helpful in the emergency situations. So monetary donations, of course, help with this. I will leave a link down below if you do want to donate. And also I'll leave the link down below to the Type 1 Diabetes Access Charter so you can sign to show your support. You can also volunteer with this organization, and I'll leave a link for that as well. Type 1 International is run solely by volunteers. I think it's really easy to get kind of stuck in our own bubble, like my own United States of America middle class bubble, because there are people in the US obviously who also have trouble getting access to insulin and test strips. But I think I get caught in my own bubble, and I get frustrated if just my pharmacy prescription pickup is delayed. Like that happened today where they had a problem with my insurance and I wasn't able to get it today. And even that irked me. So I can't even imagine not having any access to insulin at all. That would be devastating. So I'm just really happy that there are organizations out there like this who are helping push for change, helping improve the lives of type 1 diabetics. November 14th is World Diabetes Day, so let's think about our diabuddies all over the world. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.